Hello everyone and welcome to this 20-minute lower body strength workout. We're going to be working on unilateral exercises, which means we work one side then the other. We'll do 2 rounds on each side and then we'll move on to the next exercise. It's a 40 seconds of exercise, 20-second rest. I'll demonstrate each exercise during the rest period. I'm going to start my timer. We'll get going. So it's a slower tempo today, heavier weight, slower reps. Now, our first exercise we're going to do is we're going to go into a split Romanian deadlift, which means we're going to go one foot in front of the other, lean the weight onto the front leg, keep your back nice and flat, come down, come up, squeeze your glutes. Get yourself ready for your first. Off we go. So pushing the hips back, load this hamstring on the right hand side, come back up and squeeze your glutes. Try and think about pushing your hips backward, head forward, come up and squeeze your glutes. Try and keep your hips what I call closed. So we don't want to open the hips as we come down. We want to make sure that this knee remains kind of pointing forwards. Come up, squeeze your glutes. Lean yourself down, come up and squeeze. Now remember, we're going to do 2 rounds on each side for this workout today. So if you don't quite get it right on the first time, you can practice and rest and then do the other side. So we are changing to the other leg now. Same idea. Watch the out of the knee, make sure it doesn't turn out. Keep the hips closed and square. Get yourself set. And away we go. So we hip hinge down. You don't need to go all the way to the floor with the dumbbell. I sometimes just tap the floor with one head of the dumbbell. Now, so this knee, you'll notice the knee isn't really going forward. It's not a squat position. We don't want to be squatting here. Think of this as back and forward. Hips back, head forward. Load this hamstring, come up, squeeze that glute. Now, most of my weight is on this left leg. Up, and I'm holding the dumbbell in the opposite hand. Down, up, squeezing those glutes. Let's get one more in. Superb, change to the other side. Got a bit of a breather now. Just go through those cues in your head. Keep your shins upright, back nice and flat, hips back, head forward. Okay, so back to the right leg. Stand up tall, hips back, away you go. Keep that back nice and flat. Tilting the pelvis down as you come down and zip up at the top. So you push the hips downwards on the way down, and then just at the top, just give it a little zip up. Don't need to be too much. I find it helps get a little bit more engagement on this glute. My knee is actually pointing kind of out slightly, and that helps me engage my glutes. Weight is kind of balanced through the foot, but I feel a little bit more pushing on the heel. And rest, go back to the other side. Probably getting around 10 to 12 repetitions, so we're not going too quick. You can go nice and heavy with this workout. Push yourself. Okay, you ready? Off we go. Hips go back, down, zip up and squeeze. Watch that knee position. Keep your back nice and neutral. You'll find that you'll probably want to start putting a bit of weight on that back foot. Try and keep most of the weight on the front leg. This back one is just kind of there, just as a bit of a balance, so you can really kind of focus on the strength. And rest it down. So we're going to go onto the floor now. We're going to do what's called a single leg bridge. Now you can either do this one body weight, or you can place your dumbbell on your hips. You just have to make sure you hold it here. So one leg comes up off the floor. From here we push through the heel, zip up, away we go. So come up, keep your hips square, don't let the hips drop, and down. Up, squeeze the glutes. Don't let your back arch. It's not about how high you can get your hips with this one. It's about Keeping the control on your pelvis. Pull your pelvis up, you're engaging your abs, and you're working that glute. And if you know, you can get your hamstring a lot with this exercise as well. Coming up, and down we come. Really feel that in the hamstring actually today. It's working that hard. Coming up, and down. Okay, so we rest. A really cool thing, if you can, is to try and pull your heel into your backside. Now, even if you do it without the weight just now, pull your heel in, you'll feel your hamstring engaging there. We get ready, let's try again. Think about that as you lift, off we go. So come up, slowly down, up. Really get into that hamstring, get into that glute. Up. Big squeeze. See, I'm really feeling this one in my hamstrings and glutes. I'm not going too high. I mean, I can hold this here and I can push my hips right up here, but I can feel my lower back getting tight and rest it down. And there's no point. The point is to feel the movement, feel the muscles working. That's what we're looking for. We're going to do one more on each side. Get your shoulders nice and set. Remember, you can do this one, body weight's not a problem. Off we go, come up and slowly down. Up, get those glutes squeezed. Come down slow, up, squeeze it, up. Up, up, up. Now, an alternative to this one, if you've got a bench, what you can do, you can actually do what's called a hip thruster, where your shoulders are on the bench, your foot is on the floor, and your hips can drop right the way down. You get a lot more range with that one. And you can put like a barbell on your hips. Some places actually have machines for it and rest down. So if you're lucky enough to have a place that's got a machine for them, the hip thrusters, what a great exercise. But this is great if you're at home and you've just got a dumbbell or a lightweight. This is perfect alternative. We're going to do one more on that left leg. Off we go, come up. Got that glute squeeze. Then we come up. Good squeeze. Give it a real good squeeze on the glutes, get engagement. There we go. Up. A little pause at the top, holding at the top for a few seconds just to really feel the muscles having to work hard. And rest it down, great work. So we are going to do what's called a curtsy lunge next. So curtsy lunge, we're going to hold in our left hand, our left leg is going to come around and come across. It comes behind us and across. Keep your shoulders facing square and back up you come. Away we go, down, touch, up. You can see why it's called the curtsy lunge, right? Remember, we're doing the same side. Now, one of the great things about unilateral training, which is working one side then the other, single movement, is that it can really help with any imbalances you might have in your body, any strengths. You might have one side that's stronger than the other, so you're going to struggle on the side that's weaker, and it will help to work, almost like fend for itself if you like. Okay, let's rest. And that's the key thing. So, for example, now we're going to do that left side. If your left side's a little weaker, then the right side can't really help. It can help push at the back a little bit, I suppose, but mainly it's working that left side. So no helper. Let's go. Down, up. I've got a slight lean forward in my reverse lunge just to help Get that engagement on this glute, opens up that hip on that side, and up, stands up nice and tall. Same side each time, keeping the chest up. And rest. Good, good, good. We go back to the other side. Slower tempo today, but still tough. Pull my shoulders down over there. Okay. Get yourself set. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down. Up. Squeeze that glute. Up and push. Chest remains up. By that I mean we don't fold the shoulders come round, so you can lean forward, but you don't want too much flexion in your spine because we're holding a weight. So we're just keeping the chest kind of posture. We maintain posture. We can still lean forward, look. Lean forward, keeping your posture. And that actually really gets into that hamstring on that front leg. Last one. We got that one in there. We got it in. So, we've got our other leg to do now. Next one's a bit of a challenge. You can either do it body weight or with the dumbbell. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Down. A little crossover to the other side there. Slow and steady. Back position is good. Keep on squeezing those glutes as you come up. One more. Get it in. Well done. Okay, so our next one is a static pulse lunge. So, as I said, you can do this body weight or with the dumbbell. We're going to stay on one side down and up. Just hold that dumbbell, keep your chest up. Get yourself set. And away we go. So down, knee touches the floor, back up. Just stay nice and steady. Now, my back leg, a lot of people put their back leg directly behind the front leg and you're going to lose your balance. We've got to take it out a little wider, makes you more stable. Watch this front knee. Don't let that front knee drop in. Push it out. Now, your quad should be nicely engaged right now. You feel that nice burning sensation. And rest, well done. Change the other leg. For me, that's a lot in the back leg. I was leaning on that back leg. Now you can feel it more in the front leg by putting more weight on the front foot. All depends on where your preference is. Get yourself set. Chest is up. Off we go. Down, touch the floor, all the way up. Kind of straighten that back leg out as you get to the top. Put it down. So, like I said, the option could be, if you wanted to, you can kind of lean yourself forward. But now it's on that front leg. All it takes is the weight distribution to change, and then you're working the other leg. And rest. We've got one more round of that. Start to feel those legs. 20-second rest, you see. It's only a short time. Doesn't really give your legs enough time to recover, particularly if you're doing heavy. Alright. And away we go. Down. This this one does get you burn. What you can do, if you're really starting to struggle with your legs on this, is you can just drop the weight, put the weight on the floor and carry on. That's the target. You don't stop. A lot of burn in the legs. Second round is always the toughest. Oh. Last few. One more. Oh. Whew. Legs feel it. Oh. We just got one more to do after this one. Shake it off. Shake off that burn. Shake off that feeling. Okay. Get yourself set. Dumbbell in hand. Split stance. Away we go. Down. Up. It's like there's no rest point on this. Doesn't matter if you're at the bottom, at the top, unless of course you're doing this. Try not to straighten out that back, that front leg. You want to try and just keep the tension on. We don't lock the legs out completely. We keep that weight. Keep those quads working hard. Keep it going now, guys. Maybe 3 more. 1, 2, and 3, done. Ooh, love that. Now, our last one is a lateral lunge. Real tough this one if your hips are a little tight. So you can do this one body weight, but we're holding in the left hand. Right leg goes out, touch the floor, and push yourself back up. Are you ready? Off we go. Now, try and keep your chest up and drop your hips down. Big push back. The leg you leave behind. Keep it nice and straight. We touch and up. Pushing the knee outwards. Same rule applies really. Push that knee out. If you're a little tight in your hips, you can turn the knee in or turn the toe in a little bit so it's not so much of a stress on your adductors, which is the inside of your thighs. And rest. We change over to the other side. We've got 20 seconds. We've only done 5 exercises. 2 rounds on each side. So this is a really good way to work those legs. Are you ready? Off we go. Oh, right hand down, up. Chest stays up nice and high. Oh, you might feel this on one side, on that inside thigh more than the other. Again, that's perfectly normal, and often it's to do with your pelvis. Some people have a little twist in their pelvis, a little rotation, tilt, if you like, and that's something that you could perhaps speak to a physio about or a chiropractor. Well done. We've got 1 more on each side. It wasn't supposed to be a high intensity one today, but my heart rate's up, which is good. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Down. So you're working on the hips coming down rather than, you don't want to step and fold here. Look, this is no good. Get your hips down, keep your chest up. You want to bend at the knee as much as you can. Oh, a big strong push back without bending this, the leg you're leaving behind, you keep it straight. Work on that position. Let's come over. Last one. Last one and done, guys. Get yourself set. And away we go. Down. We're maintaining that strong core position. Oh yes. This side, it's different for me. I can really feel this one. This is much more of a struggle, which is strange because I'm actually left-footed. I'm left dominant. We got one more. Down and rest. Fantastic. Well done, guys. So I would advise you to go and do my lower body stretch video now after you've done this. Fantastic work. Well done, guys. Keep working on it. Thanks very much for joining me and have a great day.